Hurry, hurry. There's an echo. You can turn off the echo. Is there a way how you can turn off the echo?
Yeah.
I don't know. Hari Bol. I guess it's okay. Hare Krishna. So we chant a little bit?
Yes, Mom.
More? Okay, give me a cartel, please. Is your cartel?
No problem.
Hare Krishna. Oh, this is good. I like this one.
Yeah.
Somebody else can play. You play. You know how to play, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's one more pair of cartels there you can play. Gurmas always asks someone besides himself. No. He already has one. You learn how to play. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivardhari. Gopi Jana Jaya Radha Madhava Yasodhanandana Yasodhanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Yamuna Tira Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Jaya Radha Madhava Radha Govinda Radha Govinda Radha Gopinath Radha Gopinath Jaya Radha Shama Sundar Radha Shama Sundar Jai Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Krishna Balaram Jaya Krishna Balaram Gauranitai 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 Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Hey, it's good, nah? First time. Place. First time? Good. You're a quick learner. Namaong Vishnu Padaya. Can you hear me? My voice is a little. hoarse. Not very good. Got a cold. Namaong Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Simate Gopal Krishna Goswami Tinamini Prabhupada Sahityam Prakasha Pracharam Kiravan Sadhu Bhakti Namaong Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Simate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Om Jnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Salakaya Chaksurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaya Dati Swapadantikam Vande Ang Shri Guru Sri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaisnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Ditam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sadvadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Visakanditam Sha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Visabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha kalpatarubhyasya Vipa sindhubhya evacha Patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. We are very happy that we just now come here in Atlanta. We were traveling since 16th of May here in US, and just this morning we flew from Cincinnati, and before that we were in Louisville, and then before that we were in Baltimore, Washington area, and before that we were in North Carolina, and before that we were in Boise, Idaho, and before that we were in New York, New Jersey, and then before that we started from India, Brindavan, and we still have 2 more months to go. That means Hare Krishna. All blessings from Guru Maharaj and Srila Prabhupada to spend some time during summer, and we're very grateful to the Lord Purushottam, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, for engaging us in some service to have association of different devotees from different localities, different cities, and this is the life of a sannyasi, uh, mendicant, one who is in the renounced order of life. Um, but don't worry, Kriyastas also very, very fortunate. Um, it's considered to be the best ashram in Kali Yuga. All the learning experiences that one can receive during the time that you are in the householder life, including the children, are meant to help us make progress in Krishna consciousness. It is not a disqualification to practice bhakti yoga and attain love of God while being in the householder life. Hmm. We were mentioning yesterday in Cincinnati that once start this process of bhakti, there is no such thing as part-time devotee. Everyone is a full-time devotee, even from the very beginning until the end and birth after birth is a devotee. Actually, all the living beings, they're all devotees, but they have forgotten Krishna. This is the main disease, that we have forgotten God, we have forgotten Krishna. We turn our face away from Krishna. We want to exhibit our free will. This is like a very valuable jewel that we have to take care of. This minute independence. One can misuse it or one can utilize it properly. Misusing means wanted to be separate from Krishna, wanted to be separate from God, and wanted to become independent. But it is not possible to be independent. We always have to depend on someone, somebody, even in the material platform, what to say, of spiritual platform, because we're all individual sparks, living entity, jiva. And Prabhupada gave an example, just like the sparks from the fire. As long as the sparks are within close proximity of the fire, then those sparks will have the same quality of the fire, heat and light. However, as soon as the sparks just even a millimeter away from the fire, what happens? What happens?
Extinguish.
It becomes ashes. No more heat and light. Hmm. However, the living entities, we have this originally genuine love for Krishna. But again, we became covered up by the modes of material energy, having come in contact with the modes of nature, namely goodness, passion, and ignorance. So we become forgetful, like amnesia or dementia or Alzheimer's disease. These are different gradations of forgetfulness. So we have to somehow return, go back home, back to Godhead. And this month, Purushottam month, is a very, very hmm, important, valuable, significant. It's a month that considered to be even more purifying than Kartik, Damodar month. We all have this experience in the month of Damodar. It's very intense. Hmm? We take vows to get up early in the morning. If we are not having that regular program of getting up early in the morning, or chant more rounds, or read more, or do extra service, mm, for the Lord and the devotees, taking vows like, if those food that we want to have all the time, like mitai or sweets, sometimes we will give them up. It's more austerity, so to speak. But the month of Adik Mas, this extra month, Purusuttam Mas, the purifying effect is greater because it happens only uh, every 3 years, not just to compensate the the days that missing, because we as followers of Vedic culture, in particular the Vaishnav tradition, Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, we follow this month. Um, it is according to the lunar calendar that we follow. So, because sometimes it's 30, sometimes 31, or 28 in February, sometimes it's 29. Now, how is that? So, there is no specific time whereby it is exact. But if we use the lunar days to be basing our time and schedule, it's like we have Ekadasis. So we base Ekadasi on the movement of the moon. Yes? And it was full moon. I think it was yesterday or the other day. Was it when?
Sunday, Saturday.
Huh?
Saturday.
Saturday? So which date is that? 31st. Yes? Today is the second. Everyone knows what's the calendar today. That, yeah, second. So according to the scripture, externally, we are like adjusting the month, but actually, spiritually, this month is considered by even the Supreme Lord Himself to be dear to Him. Like Kartik is dear to who? Radharani. Yes. Without Radha, there is no Krishna. But without Krishna, there is no Radha also. And Krishna is the source of everything. Uh, he is the cause of all causes. Sarva Karna Karnam. That's why he is called God. He doesn't have a source. Everything comes from him. Yeah, Prabhupada says, if someone says he's God and he has a source, then he's not God. Hmm. And we all have the same Supreme Father, Krishna, the Supreme Person. So, yes, we were reading from the chapter 15 of the Bhagavad Gita as it is. The title of this chapter is The Yoga of the Supreme Person. So, the Supreme Personality of Godhead being Uttama, Purusuttama, which means that he is the Supreme Personality above all persons. And in chapter 15, text 18, Krishna declares, Yasmat ksharang atitohang aksharad api chotama atosmi loke vedecha pratita purushotama. We were reading this last night in Cincinnati. And the translation says, because I am transcendental, beyond both the fallible and the infallible, and because I am the greatest, I am celebrated both in the world and in the Vedas as that supreme person. So he was speaking to Arjuna, and it was telling him who I am. Mm. So Purusuttama is not just an extra month. It is the month especially connected with Krishna as the supreme enjoyer, supreme master. He is the supreme shelter of everyone. Hmm. And according to people, some, this extra month is considered to be what? Inauspicious. So people who doesn't know the proper understanding, they try to avoid this month. No, it is not Krishna calling. Hmm. Just another devotee who's telling me everything about his life, but he doesn't want to become serious. He's trying. Sometimes it is karma, out of karma only. They want to improve, but there is something that holding them back. Ah. So similarly, see, every month of the year, these are all personalities like raga. These are all personalities. What's raga? Raga means certain time during the day whereby, according to the mood, there's a certain time of the day, there is a certain mood. And that mood is also a person. It's like Mangal Artik, most auspicious time. Yeah, so at that time, we sing the Mangal Artik tune. Yeah? You don't chant the, midday melody during the Mangal Artik tune because it doesn't fit. And similarly, during the Mangal Artik, during the midday, you chant a Mangal Artik tune. It doesn't fit. So this month, because people think that he is rejected, and feeling rejected, the month approached Lord Vishnu for shelter. Hmm. If we take shelter of Lord Krishna or Lord Vishnu, he will never reject that person. There is also, was that the Ram Lila? If one says, "From today on, I am yours." You've heard of that before? Yeah. From today on, oh Lord Ram, I am yours. So Lord Ram will accept you, irregardless who we are. So the Lord took compassion and gave this month his own name, Purushottam. In the whole 12 months in the year, you will not find Purushottam month. Yes? Only every 3 years. So, what will be considered to be rejected, but if one surrendered unto the Supreme Lord's lotus feet, then the Supreme Lord will accept that person, even though he is unqualified. Like Lord Nityananda, the more one is unqualified, the more he becomes qualified to get the mercy of Lord Nityananda. And even if one is doesn't have any qualification at all, as soon as he surrenders unto Lord Nityananda, Lord Nityananda will shower his mercy, his compassion. How about that story of what? Jaga and Madai. Yeah. That's why even though it says Namo Mahabharanyaya Krishna Prema Padayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namni Gortise Namaha. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the most magnificent incarnation of the Supreme Lord because he gives freely love of God to everyone without any condition. But Lord Nityananda is more merciful. That's why in that pastime of Jaga and Madai, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, if you pardon them, I will pardon them. Yes? He asked Lord Nityananda. Because Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is ready to cast his chakra, to cut off the heads of Jagai and Madai. But Lord Nityananda begged, so please excuse them. So this is the essence of bhakti. A conditioned soul may feel fallen, useless, disqualified. Can we have a tissue paper, please? Or neglected. But when the soul takes shelter of Krishna, his or her life becomes glorious. So Srila Prabhupada has repeatedly taught us that Krishna consciousness can transform anyone's life, provided he is willing to follow the process. A person may have wasted many years in material life, but from the day he takes shelter of Krishna, his life becomes successful. Was that? There is a saying also. Every saint has a past, and every sinner has a future. So there is hope for all of us, but especially you. You all took birth in Bharat, India. Actually, the whole planet is called Bharat. Bharat Varsa. You took birth here? You took birth here? Yes? You still have the Bharat blood. So, yes, his life becomes auspicious. So, in this Purushottam month, uh, Lord Krishna specifically teaches that one should take shelter of himself, Krishna. Hmm. The rejected month became glorious only because it is approached It approached the Lord. Similarly, the conditioned soul becomes glorious not by material qualification, birth, scholarship, wealth, or social position, but by sincere surrender. So, this was the ultimatum of Lord Krishna, 1866. Sarva dharman parachyaja mam ekam sharanam braja aham twam sarva papebhyo mokshasami masucha. You just surrender unto me. Do not worry. Give up all your so called religious activities. Can we turn this up, please?
And
I think that's why I'm still getting affected. Are you cold? Or are you hot?
no, we are
Huh?
we are good.
You're cold also? Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu. Mm-mm. So, yes. And Lord Krishna says, do not worry. I will absolve all of your sinful reactions. Hmm. Do not worry. I will protect you. Yes. So, in this month, it is an opportunity for us, all of us, to deepen our surrender. And even if we are not surrender, at least a little bit of effort goes a long way to surrender. What is the meaning of surrender? Giving up my independent nature, knowingly that I am very small and Krishna is the greatest. So let me take shelter of the Supreme Lord's lotus feet because knowingly that He is the only one who can protect me. I cannot even protect my child from death. I cannot even protect myself from dying, from getting old, from getting disease. But Krishna's protection means if one surrenders unto Him, then Krishna will take care of that devotee to not to take birth again in this material world. That is the protection. That doesn't mean that we will not die. That means that after death, we just continue on from where we left off. That's why in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, in this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution. We just continue on. Prabhupada says, if we finish 10% of executing bhakti, because it is very rare to, in one lifetime, to go back home, back to Godhead. But it is possible, provided that we have to be willing to pay the price. Hmm. And what is that price that we need to pay? Our eagerness to really attain love of God. If we have other priorities besides that eagerness, we will be eager in something else. Hmm. It could be also wanting want to become pure devotee of the Supreme Lord, but we are hesitant to surrender. We're thinking that if I surrender, what will happen to me? What will happen to my family? Hmm. And when one surrenders unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, it says that to show to show the mercy of the Supreme Lord, He'll take away everything. That doesn't mean He takes away everything. He takes away only the things that you are attached to. What are my attachments? So we have to ask our question, that question. What are my material attachments? What is it that I have to give up? And the tendency is that once we find out what are they, we don't want to give it up. We don't want to give them up. We still cling onto it, hang onto it. It's like Prabhupada gave an example. A person who wants to give up all of his material attachments is like a person who's hugging a tree. He's hugging the tree. Please, give me, I don't want any more. But you are hugging the tree. Please, I want to be separated from the tree. But you're hugging the tree, so how can you be separated? What are those? Can anyone give me answers? What are the things that we are attached to? Divyananda Prabhu, give me one example.
Money.
Money? Who's not attached to money? Money, 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 sweeter than honey. Go
Family.
get that. Family, yes. That's true. What else?
Society.
Power, yeah, if you're in the position. It's like the politicians, they're already getting old. They already have like how many terms? 2 terms, 3 terms? Still want to keep? Huh? They're already old. And they don't want to give chance to others. What else?
Love and affection.
Huh?
Love and affection.
Love and affection. Yeah, seemingly love and affection, material love and affection, attachment to family, wealth, position, money, post. Leela Krishna Prabhu, what else do we have to give up?
I think phone.
The phone? I cannot give up my phone. I need to communicate properly.
I think everyone is attached to the phone. That is the one.
Yeah, well, it depends on what we use material energy for. That is the thing. We can have all of this, but we should know how to utilize them for Krishna's service. We have cars, right? Look, you just drive along from downtown Atlanta to here. There are thousands of cars, but what is their purpose? Why they have to keep going back and forth? We have a different purpose. Yeah. We have house, but we use the house for Krishna's service. We know Krishna is the ultimate proprietor. He's the ultimate maintainer. He's the ultimate enjoyer. He's the center of our life. We have money in the bank. Who doesn't have money in the bank? Come on. Everybody has money in the bank. Huh? But we know we should have money for emergency. I was talking with Gita Mataji that we need this. You cannot just say, oh no, I'm detached. I don't need any money. No, that's foolishness. You need something that to just in case something happens for your family and for yourself. Money is needed also. But we don't use them for some extravagance or whatever that we don't need extra. We have family, but if Krishna is the center of the family, then the family is not the cause of our bondage. So how to do this? So we have to be stronger faith, have stronger faith in Krishna. We should deepen our attachment, especially in chanting. We should have taste for Shrimad Bhagavatam. Now Rajiv Shyam Prabhu we were talking on the way here that they read Shrimad Bhagavatam now. Yeah, once a week. But now he concluded, well, I think we should do it every day, even for 15 minutes, for half an hour. This way, we'll start to have the taste for hearing and chanting the Srimad Bhagavatam, Srila Prabhupada's books. Hmm. We should be always eager, increase our eagerness for Vaishnav association. On the way here also, in the last 20 minutes, I turned on that app, GKG Media, and we were listening to Guru Maharaj, the importance of Vaishnav association. So one after the other, Guru Maharaj was talking about the importance of Vaishnav association. We have to choose our association, even amongst Vaishnavas, because there are different grades or levels of advancement. Hmm. How many times we've heard Guru Maharaj will say, oh, yes, to equal, we should associate and share with each other. To those who are junior to us, we should be compassionate, give our mercy to them. To those who are more advanced than we are, then we should inquire from them and serve them. Hmm. We should try to, as much as possible, continue develop humility, because there is no end in being humble. The more one becomes advanced in Krishna consciousness, and the more one becomes more and more humble. There is no bottom. It's like being merciful, being compassionate, being a friend to everyone. We were listening to that also. Guru Maharaj was talking about different qualities of a pure devotee. So we should try to develop them. Kindness, there is no end to kindness, isn't it? Or what to say about humility? And we gave that class in Baltimore about humility. Hmm. The humility is the first quality that one has to develop or cultivate those who are in the path of spiritual life. Without humility, there is no surrender. And the more one surrenders, the more one becomes humble. We should be detached from sense gratification. Sense gratification is like nectar in the beginning, but it becomes poison in the end, according to the Bhagavad Gita. Mode of ignorance is poison in the beginning and still poison in the end. Mode of passion tastes like nectar in the beginning, but in the end it is poison. But one is in the mode of goodness, seems to be mode taste poison, but because of austerity, oh yes, we should increase austerity. Increase the desire to serve Sri Guru and Gauranga. Hmm. So yes, let us see now what the acharyas teach through this month. Acharyas means they live by their example, show by their example. They walk their talk. This is acharya. Even the parents should be acharyas in relation to their children. Show the best example. It's like we're talking about that again in Cincinnati. The children, they don't learn by hearing. How do they learn?
I
By
see.
seeing, by watching, by observing. Yes?
Yeah.
You can tell them, talk to them, many things, and they will not. But when they see the good qualities of the parents, then they want to be like them. If they become neglectful of the children and let them do whatever they want to do, what's gonna happen? You give them freedom as well, but limited freedom. They have to have some freedom. You cannot be so strict. You cannot force them. But if they see that you are doing what you're saying, they follow. So this month we should increase, according to Srila Rupa Goswami, uh, doing what is favorable for Krishna's pleasure. And this is not cannot be done artificially. It has to be done sincerely. Prabhupada gave the meaning of sincerity, sincerity from sincere, from serious, meaning being focused. Increase our chanting, hearing, reading, deity worship, offering lamps. It's like during month of Kartik, we offer lamps as well. Fasting, it's like some devotees now, they want to increase more the austerity. We perform austerity not just for the sake of trying to be austere or trying to do something to like kind of like I would use the word sacrifice. We perform austerity, especially on Ekadasis or fasting days, to increase our love for Krishna. Some devotees, they only drink water now during Ekadasi. Some they will eat only once a day. Even Purusuttama month. Oh yes, I know somebody. She's very old, older than me. She's probably close to 80 years old. And she told me I only eat once a day, Maharaj, in the month of Purusutam. Not just for the sake of being austere or trying to uh, reduce the demands of the body. Because not just the body is demanding, it is the mind that shouts. The mind will say, "Oh, let me eat more." No, Purushottam month is a month of austerity. So she's only eating once a day. Hmm. Giving charity is very good. Oh, this month, especially giving charity to the cows, to the brahmanas, or helping, supporting the temple activities and spreading Krishna consciousness. This is a month also we can increase our preaching, book distribution, Harinam Sankirtan, or sponsor Food for Life program. Distributing books, worshiping our deities. Let's say in this month, if because most of the Grihastas they don't have much time. This is number one complaint, and I'll repeat this again and again. I don't have enough time. Is that true? Or you have plenty of time? Huh?
Manage.
You can manage, yes. Manageable. But usually you wish you have more time though, isn't it? But we all have the same, every one of us, equally, we all have 24 hours. For a pure devotee of the Lord, 24 hours is not enough. But the materialist is the same thing. 24 hours is not enough because they want to enjoy more and more the material energy. But for a pure devotee, 24 hours. I was speaking with Bir Krishna Goswami in North Carolina. He was telling me, "Oh, one can do so much in everyday activities of the devotee. They can do so much, but they wish they have more time." Our Guru Maharaj is engaged 24 hours, never take rest. Hmm. It's like taking rest for him is not in his dictionary. No, he will sleep very little time, and as soon as he wakes up, is engaged again. So we should try to follow and we say try to get out of our comfort zone. Study Bhagavad Gita, especially chapter 15, because this is in Bhagavad Gita, there are two chapters that are really very short. Chapter what?
12.
12, devotional service, and
15.
15. So we can recite this. Chapter 15 specifically explains about what is the material world, that this is the perverted reflection of the spiritual world. It's like a banyan tree. The roots are upwards and the branches are, yes. Hmm. It's perverted because here is the opposite of the spiritual world. Here, life is full of miseries, temporary, and full of ignorance. And in the spiritual world, everyone is fully conscious of Krishna. In the material world, everyone is forgetful of Krishna. In the spiritual world, there's no need of sunlight, moonlight, or electricity. Now is summertime in India. How many times during the day there is cut off of electricity, brown out, and everyone is feeling uncomfortable. Hmm. Sometimes brahmacharis they will put like wet gamcha and they will sleep in the gamcha at night to feel comfortable, but still uncomfortable. Here we are conditioned by the air. We have air condition. Hmm. So the point is not to impress others, but the point is to please Krishna. Sanatan Goswami, he says in the Hari Bhakti Vilas, the observance uh, of these sacred days is very important. Taking vows and Vaishnava festivals. Sacred time is a form of Krishna's mercy. We should utilize time. Time, I am the destroyer of everything. Mentions in the Bhagavad Gita. So, yes, ordinary time carries us toward Krishna. No, ordinary time carries us toward death. Sacred time carries us toward Krishna. If we misuse the time and pajalpa and criticizing and so on, uh, looking for mistakes, finding faults, misusing time, because time, again, is the impersonal feature of the Supreme Lord. That if we not utilize time properly, it's like death may come anytime and one will not be able to release oneself from the cycle of repeated birth and death, that it is compared to a snake. Time is compared to a snake. That the frog is croaking, making sounds, useless sounds. But then, once the snake figure out where is this frog, immediately will attack. So every day we should consider that it is a gift from Krishna. And we should understand also that whatever we try to achieve, every vows, every austerities, every sacrifices that we do, knowingly that Purushottam month is very, very purifying, very important. That doesn't mean that after Purushottam month, we stop everything and back to normal. Prabhupada says that the month of Kartik, they have a very special sale, a big sale. But this is for the beginners because everything that we do every day, there's no difference. But it just become more intense during these months of Kartik or Purusuttam. It's like extra. And if we can maintain that, having that extra mentality to continue on, then that will lead us for us to go back home, back to Godhead. Guru Maharaj will always quote this verse, Shrimad Bhagavatam. Ayur harati vai pumsam udhyan astang chayan asau tushyate yat kshanonita uttama shloka vartaya. Both by rising and setting, the sun decreases the duration of life of everyone, except one who utilizes the time by discussing the topics of the Supreme Lord. Shrimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 3, Text 17. How many of you heard this from the lotus lips of Guru Maharaj? Isn't it? He would quote this very often in his classes because he knows how to utilize the time. He knows the value of time. Was that Chanakya Pandit says? The past you cannot buy even by millions of gold coins. Past is past. But don't worry, past is already over. Yeah, you cannot bring them back. So what we can do is we just continue on and try to improve day by day. Hmm? So this is one of the most important verses for Purusuttam month. The sun is taking away our life daily, but time used for Krishna is never lost. Prabhupada says Krishna has a black book and he records everything that we do. Every time we make bhakti points is being accumulated. Every time we perform bhakti, then we create plus bhakti points. And then it's being accumulated more and more. And finally, one day, the bhakti points will make us eligible to go back home, back to Godhead. According to Srila Jiva Goswami, bhakti is eternal and independent. Srila Jiva Goswami is one of the 6 Goswamis. Prabhupada says Jiva Goswami is the most, no one can be more philosophical than Jiva Goswami. He's the topmost writer. He wrote many books, especially the Sandarbhas. He can defeat anyone. So he was saying here, the bhakti is not dependent on material qualification. Bhakti is so powerful that because it comes from the internal potency of the Lord. Yes, bhakti. That's why sometimes it says that bhakti is greater than Bhagavan. The bhakti of the bhakta subjugates the supremacy, the supreme position of the Supreme Lord, that the Supreme Lord is willing to put himself seemingly in a lower position in relation to his devotees. And Krishna likes this more than the hymns of the Vedas. He appreciates this more when the devotees treats Krishna in this way. And we can see that in the pastimes of Lord Krishna, especially in his Balya Lila. What's Balya Lila?
Child.
Yes, that is the sweetest of all the pastimes of the Supreme Lord, where Lord Krishna allowed himself to be tied up in the wooden grinding mortar by his mother, Mother Yasoda. When Lord Krishna sees Mother Yasoda raised her hand with the stick, of course, Mother Yasoda will not really like beat Krishna, but just to show, to give him a lesson so that for Krishna's future, that he will not become a naughty boy. But Krishna, his expression is that he's really afraid. Oh, even fear, even death personified is fearful of Krishna. But Krishna is fearful of his mother's raising the hand with a stick. Krishna, whenever his father will ask Nanda Baba, hey, go get my slippers. So you've seen that picture? Krishna holding the wooden shoes of Nanda Baba. So we said, yes, that is God. But how can they believe? How can they understand God carrying shoes of his father? Oh, yeah, he has a father, he has a mother. How is that possible? Because Krishna would like to please his devotees. This is his happiness, pleasing his devotees. That's why he says that Krishna expanded himself. Krishna is self-satisfied. He is the supreme. But this is what makes Krishna perfect. He expanded more himself for his own pleasure. Does it mean that he is not satisfied? That he's not happy enough? No. So this is what makes Krishna perfect. If he says, oh, God is already satisfied, he doesn't need anything, that's not God. He needs the love of his devotee. That's what makes him happy. Oh, that rhymes, eh? Krishna likes the love of his loves. He loves his devotee because of their love. And that love is greater than Krishna. That's why bhakti is eternal and independent. It doesn't depend on anything else. And we can please Krishna from that verse, Bhagavad Gita, Patram Puspam Palam Toyam Yo me bhakcha prayachati Tad ahang bhakti uparitang ashnami prayatatmana. If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, fruit, or water, I will accept it. How is that? Even the wife of Vidura offered Lord Krishna what? Banana peels. If someone offers you banana peels, what are you gonna do? Hey, come on. I'm not a monkey. Yeah, give me the fruit. But Krishna, no, he didn't say no. Whatever. How about Sudama Vipra? Just few what? Chip rice. Poha. Is that poha? Right? Not even asking for chutney. No. And he was ready to hey, this is the best I've ever tasted. How about Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu drinking from the lota of Kolabecha Sridhar? And when he tasted the water, oh, I've never tasted such nectar. And that it says that the lota is beaten up. Sometimes you have this lota, copper lota. You drop it a little bit, then you get dent. But this copper lota of Kolabecha Sridhar is everything is dent. And he considered it, my dear Lord, don't drink from there. Oh, no, 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 please. See how merciful the Supreme Lord? The Lord is not hungry for our offering. He's hungry for our love. So even a glass of water, everyone can afford water to offer to Lord Krishna. It is not the water. So it is not our offering that Krishna is tasting. When you cook something for Krishna, when you do some offering for Krishna, whatever type of service you offer to Krishna, Krishna is not thinking, oh, this is very little. How about that story of the squirrel carrying few sands to help build Lanka, the bridge to Lanka? And Hanuman was saying, hey, move aside. I'm carrying a big load here. Oh, what Lord Ram says, hey, come on. That is what he's offering with love. That's how much he can carry. So it is not the quantity, it is the intention that Krishna is looking for in our offering. It's not the opulence, it is the love. I have a few more here. Is that okay? Huh? Or maybe it's getting late for you now because tomorrow is another work day or something. A few more. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Surrender attracts Krishna. He repeatedly emphasizes that Krishna becomes controlled by the love of his devotee. The Lord is conquered not by austerity alone, not by scholarship alone, not by external prestige, but by devotion. I was reading the other day. Don't tell me how you do your fasting. Don't tell me how many mantras you chanted. Tell me how you relate with others. It was very deep. And it's not even a Vaishnava poet who wrote this. Don't tell me how much austerity you perform, how much fasting you did, how many mantras you recited. Just tell me how you relate with others. That is more important. We should pray. Oh my Lord, let my chanting become less mechanical. Let my service become less proud. Let my heart become more surrendered. Let me serve you and your devotees without duplicity. This is Krishna consciousness. This is purity. Mm. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that we should turn our heart towards Krishna. He says that the essence of spiritual life is to turn away from selfish enjoyment and turn toward loving service. The conditioned soul suffers because he tries to enjoy separately from Krishna. We already mentioned that in the very beginning. So let us examine our heart. Am I serving Krishna or am I serving my mind? Am I trying to please Guru and Gauranga, or am I trying to be recognized? Am I using my time for bhakti or am I wasting it in distraction? This kind of honest introspection is very important. And finally, Srila Prabhupada says, especially that vows that we should we should endeavor to fulfill. Let's say if we take a vow, if we took a vow, and sometimes due to somehow or other, because of our becoming distracted, that uh, we were not able to accomplish or to fulfill that vow, even for, let's say, we missed it in one day, that doesn't mean that we stop for the rest of the month. Now we have approximately around 15 more days to go, isn't it? When is the end of? Huh? 13?
Yes.
So now we have how many more days? No? 11 days more to go, right? When is the Purushottam month finished?
17.
So who was saying 13th?
14.
Okay, forget about it. Every day is a Purushottam day. Whatever.
13 days.
You don't worry about 13, 14, 15. No. 365 days more to go. That doesn't mean we stop now. Oh, it's 13 days, 14 days more. Okay, after that. So there is a verse. We're not doing this out of sentimental value, or this is not a ritualistic because it's Purusuttama. No. Bhagavad Gita says, Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha dridha vrata namasyantas chamang bhaktya nitya yukta upashate. Always chanting my glories, endeavoring with great determination, bowing down before me, these great souls perpetually worship me with devotion. What's that meaning? Perpetual, unending, eternal, always, constantly, never ends. So this verse is very suitable for Purusutamman. The devotees become Dridha Vrata, firm in vows. So our vows should be till the end of our life. We should consider every day surrendering more and more and more to Purushotam, the Supreme Person. So Srila Prabhupada wanted us to be more serious, regulated in our habits, enthusiastic as always, be inspired. Utsahan nisaya darya tat karma pavartana. Be enthusiastic all the time. And yeah, we have to be practical. So observing Purushottam month means not only making a temporary vow, but making it more fixed in lifelong devotional service. We should keep reminding this for all of us. And one may say, oh no, I missed the beginning. Now I've heard from Maharaj that this is very important month. So it doesn't matter when you start, how you start. Yes, in bhakti, it doesn't matter how you start. What matters is how you finish. And there's no finish line. Because after the finish line, you still keep going. That is bhakti. Hmm. So our mood should be keep on going and going and going. Not like this. Moody. Sometimes up, sometimes down. Sometimes up, sometimes down. Our mood should be gradual, slowly, but surely. That is spiritual life. Hmm. Well, I've said many things already. Um, Let me see now. What else we can include? Oh, avoid offenses. Okay, avoid offenses. This is very important. If it is not very important, it is the most important. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we mentioned this already a few times in my meetings with other devotees, even in Vrindavan. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says we only need two things to go back home, back to Godhead. What are they?
Chanting the holy name
Always?
and serving the devotees.
That's okay. That's good.
Avoiding offenses.
Avoiding of we can serve devotees with offenses. We think that we are serving them, but we are making offenses. So avoid criticizing anybody, both devotees and non-devotees. Very important. Only these two things. You go back home, back to Godhead. According to Lord Chaitanya. Srila Prabhupada says you only need to follow the four regulative principles and chant the holy name of the Lord without any offenses. You also go back home, back to Godhead. Because that is the most important. Avoid finding faults, gossip, harsh speech, neglect our japa. Ah, to be proud of one's austerity or one's vow. If you took a vow, don't tell anybody. Because if you tell someone, hey, I'm better than you, what kind of vow did you take? Oh, mine is better. No. Mechanical worship. Oh, this is very important also. Mechanical worship. Prabhupada says, even if it takes us to chant the holy name of the Lord the whole day, we should chant 24 hours, that whole 16 rounds, not in a mechanical way. One can finish one's round, the whole 16 rounds in 1.5 hours. But do you think that person heard the holy name? For me now, I'm feeling it's taking me longer now to chant one round because I want to hear. I want every syllables, every word I like to hear. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Ram 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 Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna. Oh, how can you hear the holy name like that? Hmm? It is not a contest who is the fastest to chant the holy name. Is how you can hear clearly, attentively. No offenses to the holy name. Avoid offenses to the Dham. Uh, some of the devotees are going to the holy Dham. And we were in Cincinnati. Some of them are going to Mayapur. And at the end, at the end of Purusuttam Mass, they will be in Purusuttam Kshetra in Jagannath Puri. And then after that, they will go to Mayapur. So, one, there are offenses in chanting the holy name, there are offenses in serving the Lord, there are offenses in going to the holy Dham. There are also offenses to the Vaishnavas. Try to avoid all of them. Okay? I think I will stop here now. Are there any questions or comments or reflection from what we just discussed? Anything?
So I have one question.
Okay, sir.
Is it?
Hare Krishna. So Maharaj, you mentioned that
Ah,
whatever we are attached, Krishna will take away.
yeah.
So
If you're willing to give them up.
willing to give it up. And the
Yeah.
question is completely little different. The people are greedy.
Yeah.
So much of greed, right?
Yeah.
They are attached to the money.
Yeah.
And they are greed of anything. And the people will have their habits. They are attached to their lust, anger, greed. They are so much of attached. Their habit is not going away. I'm talking about the bad habits. Is that the Krishna will take away those bad habits?
Oh yes.
Okay, that's good.
They will.
Okay, that's good.
Because ultimately Krishna wanted the best for all of us. Not just to the devotees, even to the non-devotees. He'll take away one day everything that we are attached to, that we will not have any recourse except to take shelter of him.
Thank you.
But they learn the lessons, but in the hard way. Better learn the lesson in the easy way by hearing from the right source, from Srila Prabhupada, from the Acharyas. Yeah. So we don't have to experiment, because whatever attachment we have, we use it for Krishna's service.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Yeah. Others are very attached, so many kinds of attachments. But they'll figure out later on that that will never satisfy me. It's not possible. Madhav. Now it's Madhav. Madhav Das. Before is Arun. Let me see. I'll tell him. He must have a good news for me, but can I call you later? I would like to reply, but we're in the middle now of question and answer. So, any other points? Yes, sir.
So, Maharaj, there is in this 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, at the end, Srila Prabhupada talks about weakness of the heart.
Yeah.
And
Weakness of the heart.
Yes. And Hare Krishna. So at the end of the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Srila Prabhupada talks about weakness of the heart.
Yes.
And he says the whole principle of the tree upside down, the banyan tree upside down, and cutting that tree with attachment. That those verses are related to weakness of the heart. So, can you explain a little bit more on that? Because he just had few lines. Srila Prabhupada talks about this weakness of the heart.
Okay, let me go. Let me go to chapter 15. Okay, to find it out more.
Of the last verse.
Okay, hold on.
The last paragraph.
Better we see the whole context so that we don't have to speculate. That's the most difficult thing to do.
Yes,
To not to speculate.
Yes, He says, Lord,
It's
lording it
easy to
over.
speculate. Yes?
Yes.
The material is there like that. Maybe, if, perhaps, it could be. Prabhupada never used those words. Okay. While one is performing devotional service in the association of pure devotees in full Krishna consciousness, there are certain things which require to be vanquished altogether. Hmm. The most important thing one has to surmount is weakness of the heart. The first fall down is caused by the desire to lord it over material nature. Thus, one gives up the transcendental loving service of the Supreme Lord. The second weakness of the heart is that as one increases the propensity to lord it over material nature, he becomes attached to matter and the possession of matter. The problems of material existence are due to these weaknesses of the heart. In this chapter, the first 5 verses describe the process of freeing oneself from this weakness of the heart. And the rest of the chapter, from the 6th verse to the end, discusses Purusutam Yoga. So,
For some reason, I'm not able to connect the weakness of the heart with the concept of detachment and the first 5 verses. It's just, I know Prabhupada says that, okay, it's lording out over material nature. And
yeah,
then,
the how we can be detached is to knowledge. We're hearing that class again from Guru Maharaj on the way here. We should cut these material attachments. Material attachments means weakness of the heart by sharpening our intelligence. That's why it says, arm with the sword of knowledge, cut this attachment that binds us repeatedly again and again in this material world. So, constant practice and detachment, two things are needed: constant practice and detachment. We have to learn how to be detached. And real detachment, again, I repeated maybe 3 times in this meeting, is to use everything for Krishna's service. Utilize everything and offer to Krishna. Then our weakness of the heart will become genuine love for Krishna. Weakness of the heart means material attachments. That includes, again, family, wealth, opulence, because you want to be the master. So, how to cut that off? To always keep remind ourselves that we're not the body, we're all servants of Krishna. And by constant practice of this process of bhakti yoga starts from Vaidhi, sadhana bhakti, then we can make progress.
thank you,
Huh?
yeah. Maharaj, a lot can be asked and a lot can be said.
Lord?
A lot can be asked and a lot can be said.
Mhm.
What is the most important question to be asked for the life?
How can I make advancement in spiritual life? If you ask that question, that means you're eager to go back home, back to Godhead. If you don't ask that question, it's like the most important question according to Parikshit Maharaj. What? What is the duty of a man who is about to die? So our question should be now, how can I make more and more advancement? How can I advance? How can I improve? So in this way, it's the same thing as the question of Parikshit Maharaj. Because we're all gonna die someday. And we don't know when. 20 years from now? Oh, if I die 20 years from now, I'll be almost what? 90 years old. Yeah, I'll be 85. But I would like to live as long as possible, not to enjoy the material energy, but to as much purify myself, because I'm not ready to die now. Not yet. And along with that, for that matter, to tell others about this knowledge. What is my business here? I don't have any business here. Why I have to come to so many places, over 30 cities in 3 months? Why? I could have just been in Vrindavan, where is my base. No, it's a burden of love for my guru, for Srila Prabhupada, to share something to you, to remind you. Mine is only a reminder. You know all of this already. Isn't it? Gorgadadar, bro? We've heard of this from Guru Maharaj many, many times. We heard of this from Srila Prabhupada many, many times. If we read Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, we will continuously hear again and again. But I'm coming just to remind you and hopefully leave something behind that you can remember. Any other points? Yes.
Maharaj, you said that there are two things that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said. One is humility,
Use the
which
mic.
is the other one.
No, you forgot to use the mic.
Maharaj, you said that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said there are two things you need to practice. One is humility. What is the other one?
No, not humility. To chant constantly without any offenses and not to criticize the devotees. Number one, we cannot afford to do. Do not criticize. To criticize. We cannot afford to criticize others. If you criticize the Vaisnavas, they don't feel any pain. They're beyond the bodily concept. Who feels the pain? Krishna. Krishna will never forgive us. Yeah. The devotees are more dear to Lord Krishna than his own life. Oh. He's ready to defend them. He's ready to do anything and everything for his devotees. It's like Lord Nityananda. Jaga and Madai. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, no. As soon as he heard, he's ready to kill. Okay? Anything else?
Maharaj, one quick clarification.
Yes.
Thank you, Maharaj, for the nice class. Quick question, Maharaj, like about...
Quick? Okay. I give you...
So, Maharaj, you talked about two things, Maharaj. Humility and then surrender to Krishna.
Yeah.
So, which should be done first? Like, which will lead to the other?
The very, very first is to be humble and obedient. You cannot surrender if you're not humble. But then after some time, both of them will be at the same level. But you cannot surrender if you're not humble. If you don't bow down, is that surrender? That's right. And bowing down is an expression of one's humility and surrender at the same time. It's like asking a question, which comes first, the hen or the egg? The chicken or the egg? So which one? It's a trick question, right?
Thank you.
Anything else? Everyone is hungry now?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll end it up tonight, this session, the meeting, and we'll be here for the next few days. Hope to see you in some other time, and especially on Ratha Yatra. Jagannath Swami Ke, Baladev Subhadra Maharani Ke, Jai Go Sitana Premanande. Okay, just one second. I'm gonna exit now because some devotees are listening from India, Philippines, and North America as well. This is Zoom.